Today, a champion will be crowned in the NEC as the volleyball season comes to an end. It's 1 versus 3 as the LIU Brooklyn Blackbirds take on the Central Connecticut State Blue Devils on NEC Front Row. Hi again, everybody. Greg Caserta here with you in Brooklyn, joined by St. Francis Brooklyn head coach Abra Rummel. Abra, an exciting day yesterday, a long one for the Blue Devils. They went 5 sets to take down Bryant. LIU had an easier time using 4 sets to beat Robert Morris. History certainly on the side of LIU Brooklyn. They won both meetings during the regular season. One went 4 sets, the other went 5. The Blackbirds have won 15 straight against this Blue Devils team, and Central's still looking for that first tournament title.
Definitely. You know, as I said before, I think LIU's got the advantage here. We saw last night they had a great home crowd, and if we're talking about more stats, then they were 3-3 when their fans were behind the Robert Morris team.
Certainly played a part in yesterday's win for the Blackbirds. They are going for their record 11th NEC tournament title. You got to look at the Blue Devils and what they did yesterday. Madeline Caprellian, 16 kills for the second straight match. Philippa Hansen led the charge for LIU Brooklyn, showing up in every corner of the stat sheet. She was the most valuable player in that first semifinal match, and boy, was she ecstatic when she spoke to you.
Yeah, very much so. A lot of fun to talk to someone who's so fired up. She just, as you said, she did everything, and you don't see that usually out of a middle blocker.
Blackbirds in their 7th straight tournament final. The Blue Devils are trying to win their first ever NEC tournament. It's LIU and Central Connecticut State next on NEC Front Row. Cushman sets up Henderson, partially deflected. Petranovic lays out. Now it's Azevedo with a lob, and that's a beauty of a shot. Azevedo with her 3rd kill. Henderson did not play in the first match against LIU, but did have her first double-double against them the second time around. Hansen trying to end it. So fitting that she's the one to bury the Blue Devils in the first. Wojcik with a floater, partially deflected by Fink. Henderson ladles it over. Rivera backpedals, goes to Azevedo off the tape. Blue Devils there. Don't need to panic. Azevedo tried taking it herself. Henderson unloads. Longest point of the second set. Fink right through the defense. It's good. 5 kills for Matsumoto, a new season high. But Kenko said to be back here for the tournament is such a relief. He talked about how difficult it was going up to Sacred Heart last year. Of course, that championship match, we talked about it yesterday. It went the full 5. It was one of the best matches in tournament history. We could be looking at that again as the Blackbirds control. Fink for Massacott. Biggest point of this match up to this point. One final chance. Blackbirds still in it. Here comes Fink with a drop, and we're still going on. Deflected, over, still going. Fink to the corner. That's a deep ball. Henderson corrals. Matsumoto for Hansen. Hansen again! LIU trying to go up 2-1. At the front, right there. And it's good! Blackbirds rally! Down 24-22. The Blackbirds are right back in it. They take the 3rd set, 26-24. The NEC championship comes down to this, and the 5th set begins. Blackbirds trying to get behind their team. Fink goes to Massacott. Tension already building. Outside hitting at a premium. Petranovic had it blocked. That was Smith at the front. Matsumoto into the middle. Piper again. 9th kill.
Yeah, it looks like CCSU just really hasn't made that adjustment. And again, she's got to be, what number kill leader? Number 4 on their team as a non-attacker.
And an ace from McGee. McGee does it again. That's her 3rd. And both coaches have 2 timeouts, despite the shortening on the scoreboard. McDermott goes to Smith. Has not had many opportunities up front. Blocked at the net. Off the shot from Fink. Wants it again. Doesn't get it. Petranovic into the middle. Massacott, loud call. To the bottom of the screen. Caprellian. doing a good job, and the Blue Devils get their first point. The Blackbirds ideally would like to run off 3, maybe 4 points in a row right here. Try and keep the Blue Devils at bay for as long as they can. Caprellian got it to the back. Great job by Fink. Over the defense, and it's good. Matsumoto with a triple-double in the championship.
She's inching towards being the 3rd best attacker on that team right now in terms of total number of kills, and she's not an attacker.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant from the freshman. 10 kills for the setter, Piper Matsumoto. 50 assists, 14 digs. What a night for her. If this score holds up and the Blackbirds wind up winning, you might be looking at your tournament MVP. I think she might be a shoo-in. Matsumoto takes charge. Short shot, there's a block, one final crack, that's Fink. Flat-footed to the middle. Smith can't get it over. LIU by 5.
Philippa just really seems to have Maddie Smith's number.
Fink on the serve. Triangle pattern right side, 3 on the back, spread out. Powered. That's Caprellian's game. And she has had a standout performance in her first NEC final. Remember, the Blue Devils, despite 14 trips to the tournament over the last 15 years, have never won the championship. Hansen to the corner, she nails it.
You got to think their opportunities to come back in this match are getting farther and farther away.
You got to figure that the Blue Devils need the next 2 points back to back. Blackbirds trying to slow things down. The energy in here ramps up, and Galabova coming off the bench, picking up a kill for Central. That's her second. Ken Ko sends Hansen to the bench. He's got McGee back in there. McGee targeted on the serve. Petranova gathers her momentum and spirals it over. Galabova dropped, that was blocked with Prepper stepping in front. Rivera underneath, back pass, Nina. Oh, look out, Massacott. It knocks down the water bottles on the Central sideline, and it sends us to the change. That could be a symbol, if you will. Maybe the Blue Devils are starting to come apart. Maybe the dominoes are falling. And now they're switching sides as the Blackbirds lead by 5. Philippa Hansen has been one of the biggest cheerleaders for LIU Brooklyn. The conductor of this raucous group of fans who have been louder and louder as this one goes on. LIU 7 points away from its 11th NEC championship. The Blue Devils trying to hang on. Down to 1 timeout. Trailing by 5. Petranova takes charge in the middle. Matsumoto with the pass. She sets up Azevedo for the kill. 1-0 and 2-1. That's as close as it's been for Central. Azevedo found the midsection of Cushman. Matsumoto back pass. Azevedo again. 3rd kill in the 5th. And the velocity for Azevedo is picking up with every shot. Adrenaline starting to take over. Blackbirds can serve it out with Fink. Trying to get to championship point. McDermott goes to Caprellian. Rivera steadies. Petranovic to Massacott. Now Henderson. Fink shoulders one. Petranovic again, softer stuff. Blue Devils there. McGee gliding down. Matsumoto into the middle. Matsumoto with a triple-double for LIU. Off the scoreboard, it's playable. But Fink could not touch it.
This is where I jokingly tell my girls that they need to know their ceilings. So if you understand what your ceiling is, you understand the scoreboard's up there, the ball goes up, you got to be ready for it to come back down.
Both figuratively and literally. Hansen blocked straight down. That's McCreath showing the good after missing on the previous block attempt. Both of these teams have rallied late. Central in the second, LIU in the third. Blackbirds up 3. Petrinovic, cross court. Was it deflected? No, it wasn't. And the Blue Devils have scored 3 in a row. For all the excitement and the tension in this building, the fact that you can almost taste the pressure inside the Steinberg Wellness Center, you know these players are not thinking about any of that. They're just trying to get to 15. The Blackbirds are trying to win back-to-back NEC titles. The Blue Devils are trying to win their first. What an effort from Central. They've won the last 3 points. And they are serving.
This might be going to Hansen here. Yep.
There it is. Blocked down. Blackbirds point. McCreath couldn't handle it. Championship point for LIU Brooklyn.
Oh, and now we have the inverse over here. We have Philippa Hansen, their middle blocker, off to serve. Natalie Rivera, the libero, on the sidelines for championship point.
The Blackbirds bench telling the student section to quiet down. Hansen serving into the middle. Blue Devils have to be mistake-free. McCreath partially deflected.
Great dig by McGee there.
Petrinovic with a drop. Back pass blocked wide. Blue Devils point for Caprellian.
Now, that's a tough choice for LIU. Nina on the outside just hasn't been having the greatest match. They have Krepper in the middle, which means Philippa Hansen's on the sidelines. It'll be interesting to see who they go to here.
Cushman, a top 10 server in the conference this year. Matsumoto to the top, Petrinovic to the back, at the front, right there! Championship, LIU! Krepper ends it, and for the 11th time in school history, LIU Brooklyn, the best of the NEC.